Ladies and gentlemen, drivers, gig workers, and everyone in between, welcome to This Week in Rideshare podcast. I'm your host, Jared Hoffa. It is Friday, September 26th, and this week, Tesla's FSD is a mess, thoughts on Uber's pilot program, and Waymo goes B2B. Legal Rideshare breaks it down. And from Legal Rideshare, I'm joined by the co-founder and lead attorney, Bryant Greening. Bryant, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Jared. Great to be back for yet another episode.
Oh, we're gonna do these forever, I think, and I'm okay with that.
It's not such a bad thing, you know.
It's not at all. We got some good stories today. Obviously, Waymo service driving is a big thing, but yeah, it's good. I think we're gonna be good today. So we're gonna jump right into it with the first story today, which is about Tesla's FSD, and people are surprisingly not calling it a mess. And this is from Forbes, and they reported, quote, during a 90-minute test drive in LA, in residential neighborhoods and freeways, the Model Y 2024, with Tesla's latest hardware, ignored some standard traffic signs and posted speed limits. It didn't slow at a pedestrian crossing with a flashing sign, and people were present. It made pointless lane changes and accelerated at odd times, such as while exiting a crowded freeway with a red light at the end of the ramp. There's also no indication the company has fixed a worrisome glitch identified over 2 years ago, stopping for a flashing school bus sign indicating that children may be about to cross the street. So it turns out, Bryant, that you probably know this, and this article goes into a lot more detail, but the questions are, is this even legal? How are they doing this? And according to this article, the reason is it's legal because there is no law around any of this driver assistance programs. So I don't know if you want to weigh in on that or your thoughts, but I think that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, that's a massive issue. So these vehicles are going out on the road and they're unregulated. There's no laws in place. We're seeing that the technology is extremely dangerous. Like, you look at this rap sheet from this one test drive with this Tesla, like, not slowing down at pedestrian crossings, accelerating at odd times, making odd lane changes, accelerating at the end of a freeway exit ramp towards a red light. Like, these are really hazardous situations where it's not something like cute and funny, like, oh, look at this hilarious autonomous vehicle who's doing these goofy things. These are actions that can cause serious harm to other motorists, to pedestrians, to children crossing the street. Uh, the fact that these vehicles are not regulated, the fact that there are not communities, local governments, state governments, even federal government stepping in to say these are the standards that we require for safety with this new technology, with these multi-ton vehicles that are going to be plowing down highways and on city streets. It makes no sense to me. It's dangerous. It's honestly, like, the cities and states should be ashamed of themselves because they're the ones who are allowing these vehicles to operate without any sort of regulation whatsoever. Of course, the companies are going to put these cars on the road if they're allowed to. It's the lawmakers that need to step up and make sure that they're protecting the communities. Like, don't let big business step into our communities again with unsafe products. Put your foot down, demand safety, demand better. And stories like this are the evidence that more needs to be done, because it's certainly not Elon Musk that's going to be saying, oh, let's pull the cars off the road. He has shown time and time again that if he's allowed to be on the road, and the other companies are the exact same, they're going to do it. They're not going to pull themselves back. They need to be reined in by the lawmakers.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this article that we're discussing now is, so it's called the NHTSA, or the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. They basically said that according to this, yeah, they can sort of step in, but it's really up to the car makers to certify that vehicles and technologies meet federal safety standards. So it's not even so even if there's issues, these car makers themselves have to tell people, hey, there's problems. Just like you said, who the hell's going to do that? They're not going to say, hey, we have a problem. They're going to say, don't worry about it. We've already had a fix, or that's a small case. So just like you said, with Elon Musk and these other companies, they're not going to step in and fix this. It's going to be up to other lawmakers, and even the NHTSA doesn't really have a protocol in place to deal with this stuff. It's
There's no
really sort
teeth.
of a submission. Go ahead.
No, there's no teeth. That's
Yeah.
the thing. The National Highway Safety Administration can step in and say, "Hey, we need a certification that this is a safe vehicle." Tesla or Waymo or whoever it's going to be will say, "Yeah, we promise." And then what happens when it's not? What happens when somebody dies? Part of this article, they say there were so many easy to find problems with this feature. It begs the question, how is it legal? Well, I mean, we've answered our question. These were easy to find problems. Tesla didn't find them or turn the other cheek and stamped their approval on it regardless. And here they are on the roadway. So who's going to step in and make sure that they're safe if the companies don't? And that is the local and state governments who are allowing them on the streets. That's who it's got to be.
Yep. Yep. 100%. Again, as we discussed, the more these are on the roads, the crazier this is going to get, and the more people are going to have to step up. And we'll continue talking about this, I'm sure, for a long time. But absolutely true. We're going to jump into the next story here, which is something we discussed, and interesting to kind of see I don't know, a thermometer on this. But Uber has officially rolled out its women-only service, but really, this article is questioning, is it working? Now, this is from the Knowledge at Wharton. And they explained, quote, Uber announced a